Let's open up the left box first. We'll still open up the right because I am opening both of these boxes for sure. Chat, if you like the playmat, head off to Nengarden's website. Nengarden got these Tony Chopper playmats here. They're so cute. They're so beautiful. And the Labubu chopper down here. There's plenty of designs on the chopper itself, not just these two. All right, chat, first pack magic. Let's see if we get the God Pack right here. If we get the God Pack, chat, I'll gift 5 memberships right now on YouTube and 5 more subs on Twitch. It's not a God Pack, unfortunately. But still plenty to go. We got York here for the first card. We got a nice Kobe. I've seen this Kobe maybe have an idea in Smoker, red-green Smoker. Some people are playing around with this guy. Which I thought was really, really interesting, especially because he's filmed Navy. I thought it was interesting that people are playing around with this in Red Green Smoker. We got Douglas Bullet as part of the Roger Pirates. Edison, I've seen this Edison in the Vegapunk decks. Been a nice 2K addition to the deck. And Goldie Roger, that's our first leader of this box. Goldie Roger, the first 7,000 power leader. Absolutely crazy. And the deck list is kind of interesting, I will say. Seems kind of, I don't want to say linear, but like it feels very much like Blue Purple Luffy, to where you just try to ramp every single turn, right? You're always ramping, and you're just trying to get to 10, so then you don't always have to have a Dawn attached to leader, and you can become 7,000 power. Definitely a cool guy. Oh, and here's one of the elders now. Oh, this is the guy that makes all of your elders 7,000 power base. This is a Portgas de Ruju. I don't know who this is. I have not seen One Piece for anyone who does not know. We got Sunny Coon there. We also got Fossa, a Robin, and then behind there it's Hack and Boa Hancock. Nice 3 cost 5,000 power. There's a rare. It's another member of the Kuja Pirates. I can't remember what her name is, but she plays down a 3 cost Boa Hancock onto the field, and so you pair it up with this one to have a 5K on the field, to my understanding. Is that not the One Piece manga behind you? Yes, that is the entirety of the One Piece manga behind me, chat. All 109 volumes, but I haven't read it yet. I got it for a really good deal. And I know I like One Piece, so I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll get it. We got Shaka here. Shaka's a really nice 7,000 power character that a lot of people are really enjoying in Vegapunk. I see this in most all Vegapunk lists that I've seen so far in the OP13 format, right? Just being able to play this guy out either for your leader effect or off of the 5 cost Vegapunk blocker, right? So good. Can be so good in the aggressive tempo. I think this is Gum Gum. This is Gum Gum Jet Gatling right here. Nice 1 cost event, right? Oh, this is the boa Sandersonia. So this is the boa that, or this is the boa Sandersonia that plays out this boa right here. You whiff a surprising amount of times with the 5 cost Vegapunk. I guess I haven't played like too much Vegapunk, so I don't know like the average amount of times that you hit, but like definitely getting that 2K Edison and the vanilla whatchamacallit Shaka is probably really, really good. We got this guy who's just a vanilla 2K for the Rev Army, I remember, and Dragon. So this dragon's got a protection effect on the Rev Army typing, although I don't see this played a lot, I feel like, in Rev Army decks. I think maybe the cost is just like a little too high for a lot of decks, such as like Red Black Sabo or Bello Betty or Koala can't play it. You play the new OP12 Shirahoshi SR and Bello Betty for a bit of protection. Wait, can it protect? The Shirahoshi can't protect stuff in Bello Betty, right? Because it can only protect like the Sea Kings, right? Am I crazy, chat? This is what is this? Fosha Village? Fusha Village. That's what it's called. This is Kurieru right there. We got Tomu. or Tom. What's her name? I can't remember this character's name. Nice 2K. We got Odin right here. 5 cost, 6,000 power. And Sanji. Sanji is the rare in this pack. Very nice card. Very, very nice card, chat. Not even just for film type decks or Straw Hat Crew type decks. I've seen this played in a lot of different green decks, chat. Just being able with that on play to restand to Dawn, right? Not even get that end of turn effect. There's a lot of decks that are just playing this. They see the value in just restanding 2. Oh, we got another York. I think it's really interesting. I don't know the lore behind it, chat, but I think this is really interesting that she's like celestial dragons, which I think is really weird as someone that does not know the lore. We got Frankie here. Some people like this Frankie card. I've seen in like Uta. Inuarashi, RIP. If you did not know, Inuarashi's Japanese voice actor sadly passed away the other day. That's a mega spoiler. Well, I don't know the lore behind it. So we got Otama. Otama, sadly. The card that got Nami banned. It's the Luffy card. The Luffy card? Oh, this one? Yeah, this one's weird because apparently this guy's like in chapter 1 of the manga. And I've read chapter 1 of the manga. Let me tell you, I don't remember that guy. He's like the mayor, somebody told me. This is a KO, a 6 cost. So for 6 Dawn, KOing a 6 cost. How long did it take you to learn to read standard Japanese? So here's the thing about my Japanese, chat. So if we were to look at all this, right? This line right here, right? I don't really know what this says. Now, I know just from my card knowledge, like of reading the translations, that I know that this says, see, I don't even know if it says leader or character or if it's just leader. But I know it's plus 3,000 counter. But I know how to sound things out a lot of times and be able to do that. Like I know that this is Koni. Koni. Don't know who that is. I just know how to read like very basic, but translating is like a whole other ball game. That's the extent of my Japanese. I actively do Japanese like every day. I only do Duolingo, so it's not really like helpful Japanese. But I've been doing it, and this will tell you how not helpful it is. I've been doing it for like 950 days. So long time. We got S-Snake right here. S-Snake getting a lot of cards, I feel like, lately. I feel like since like OP08, she's gotten a couple cards. Still no hits, chat, in this. We've only gotten 1 leader. No SRs or anything like that. Lingo Deer over Duolingo. I have a couple different apps and books and systems that I'm planning to implement in my life soon. I don't know exactly when, but soon. To replace Duolingo. Man, if we get the God Pack, I don't know what I would do. We got this Rayleigh event right here. We got a Momonosuke. Here's the one where what's it called? Like it was never there. The counter to Emu that only Emu plays, and it can give your leader plus 4,000. This card is so funny. Emu loves this card, but is also scared of the card. Oh, and speaking of Emu, we got the Emu leader right here, and this Trafalgar Law. I've seen some people play this in Green Yellow Law, so excited to think about that because I love Green Yellow Law. But Emu, I was hoping to pull every single one of the base leaders of the set just for the binder, for the collection, because I love this leader card. I don't know why Emu, I don't know, is so into butterflies, but I love the butterflies on this card. So that's 2 leaders down, chat. No SRs yet. What do I want to play at an OP13? I think I want to play Red Black Sabo just because I love Red Black Sabo. But like the Ace deck looks really fun. The Emu deck looks fun. The Roger deck looks fun. The Luffy deck even looks kind of cool. Like it's crazy. Oh my gosh, yeah, and the trait, chat, having that question mark. I brought it up in my OP13 set review video that I have on YouTube, but I think this is the first card that doesn't actually have an attribute. You saw shiny? We'll see. We'll see if it's in here. We got Vegapunk right here. We got Hera. Is that what the name is? I think maybe. We got whatever that is. We got one of the Celestial Dragons. This is the little chum blocker that some people are playing. And look at that. I absolutely love this. This is what I want in a booster box, right? If we're going to talk about guaranteed base SRs, I want this Stussy. This card looks gorgeous. This card is so good. I've seen people also play this in both Vegapunk and the new OP13 Bonnie, right? It's a blocker. I love this card. It looks so good. The colors, the yellow looks really, really nice on this. And wood. What are you most curious about the One Piece lore? That's a really good question. I think I'd have to think about that because there's a lot of stuff, chat. Like, I know what Gear 5 is. Now, I can't really tell you like when Gear 5 happens or anything like that, but I know what Gear 5 is. I do know that there's a scene where like Luffy punches one of the Celestial Dragons, but I don't know like when or who. Or I remember scrolling it and it was like a screenshot of like the punch or whatever. This, I believe, is called the Empty Throne. Is that what that translates to? This is the stage that most emus will cheat out at the beginning of the game, allows you to cheat out a Celestial Dragon's character, which more often than not is going to be one of your 5 elders. Very, very nice, especially on your 10 Dawn turn when you got the Gorosen. It literally says it off the top. Oh, it does say it at the top. You're right. Empty Throne. Yeah. Chat, I know Japanese. I'm fluent. We got this guy from the Bonnie Pirates. We got Curly Dodon, Douglas Bullet. This Luffy event, which I don't know what it says, but this is a Supernova Searcher event, chat. Chat, do you think Eustace Captain Kidd plays this card? It's basically look at the top 5 for a Supernova. They've got the 1-drop Luffy Searcher, so probably not. I feel like the 1-drop Luffy Searcher might be better. Not sure. But behind here, chat, ooh, look at that. We got a secret rare. So a secret rare, still potential to get an alternate art in this box. Right, chat, because you are likely to get either 1 or 2 hits. Secret rare ace right here. 6 cost, 7,000 power. Very good, I believe, in blue, red ace. One of the new decks in this set. Very, very nice. I love these secret rare cards. Yeah, the foiling is like, it's so good. Let me go ahead, sleeve this up. We got Gordon right there. And in this pack behind here, oh, we got another one of the elders. If you pull a manga, the channel would delete itself. It would. And then I would be kind of sad. But we got this elder. This is the one that has rush with the on play if you have 7 or more cards in trash. And then on the attack, I think it's if you have 10 or more cards in trash, you can minus 2,000 on one of your opponent's characters. So the ability to kind of power swap with the other elder that gives plus 2,000 power base to all of your all your elder cards. You got 3 boxes of OP12, no Kuma hits. I only got 1 Kuma in my 4 boxes. So I opened 2 boxes, chat, for a cool project video that I'm in the works on. I opened 2 boxes for that. And then I opened 2 other boxes that I just randomly got. I didn't record or anything like that. And I only got 1 Kuma out of all that. I have 2 Bonnies, though, I think. No, I have 3 Bonnies. Yeah, 10 cards in trash for the minus 2 to activate. We got Marshall D. Teach right there. That Supernova Search event. And the Bonnie leaders. So don't have this leader yet. Bonnie, when you play a card with Trigger, you can put 2 rested onto one of your leaders or characters. So I think is honestly the most underwhelming of the OP13 leaders, but still is viable. Not to say that it's a bad leader, the weakest of the 13, which is crazy because they're all pretty good. Choo. Oh, and this is another one of the elders. This is one that gains blocker, and then it has the ability, if you trash a card in hand, to KO a 5 cost or less. I can't complain about my boxes that I opened, though, because I think all of the boxes that I opened were 3-hit boxes. All the boxes that I opened were 3-hit boxes. They came from 3 different cases, though, because 2 of them came from one store, and then The other two came from 2 different stores. So I can't complain about it. And chat, for anyone who doesn't know, maybe didn't see on Twitter or anything, I did pull the Silver Marshall D Teach. So like, I can't complain about my hits. I got 3 leaders. I got the Marshall D Teach. I pretty much have a playset of a couple of the SRs, the ones that I need, like Dracula Mihawk. I have a playset of those, which is the most expensive SR, I think. So I can't complain. No complaints here about OP12. Has been good to me. New 2K Celestial Dragon card. We got Hack. I've seen people... spoiled the another leader, but I've seen people play this in Red Black Sabo. Do you guys think we play this 2K in Red Black Sabo? I guess it's nice off like Dragon to get at least maybe like a 7,000 power body on the field. Let me hold $1. We got the Ace, though. One of the more excited leaders for people. I know so many people that just love this leader, already playing it on Sim, right, in OP13 format. A lot of Japanese players that I follow. Very, very good. Able, on opponent's turn, to trash a card from him, give minus 2,000 power to something. And then, Dawn ×1, if you take damage or take a life, or one of your 6,000 power or more characters gets KO'd, you draw a card. So very, very cool. Very, very cool leader, in my opinion. And then behind there, we've got this green event. This is a green Fishman event. It's freezing 2 7 costs until your opponent's next turn, I believe, or give leader plus 3k. You hit 3 leaders so far, no Kuzan. Yeah, my 3 leaders were Zoro, Rayleigh, and Koala. So although I want the Kuzan and the Sanji, can't complain. Especially because my Japanese box as well. My Japanese box of OP12, when we opened that up way back, that had another leader in it. That had the Rosinante leader. So I have 4 of the 6 leaders in the set already, which is awesome. And the 2 that I have are not like the expensive ones. I guess Kuzan's kind of up there. I think Sanji's only like $25 USD right now. But could be worse. Could be worse. We've got Odin here and Edison. And behind that, we've got the 1-drop Ririsu. Ririsu. What is your name? I forget your name. Lilith. So hard when you haven't caught up on One Piece. I'm like, Ririsu. We got Lilith here. Basically a 1-drop searcher for trigger cards, right? So 1-drop searcher for trigger cards. Looking at the top 4. I feel like this could be nice in stuff like Robin, right? Because I think Robin right now really just runs like Trafalgar Law as a 1-drop searcher. But you can run the Lilith to be able to find like all your cards that you want to discard to ramp with, right? Do you think smaller boosters are better? So I don't know. I don't know, Mephius. It's really tough. It's really tough. It all depends on like what the market is, right? Because like if you buy boxes in Japan, it is for the most part retail price, right? If you didn't hear like a Kylakai open his case, he said that it's very hard not to find products not at like retail because that's not a huge thing in Japan. In theory, like one Japanese box is basically a half of an English booster box, but especially in OP13, right? If I bought these boxes at $55 USD, that would mean that to get kind of equal value in English box would have to be like $110 USD to get like that equal value. And these OP13 boxes are going to sell way higher than that. They're going to be way higher than that. So honestly, if you don't care about the playability, right? Because you can't play with these Japanese cards. You can only play with the Dawn that you pull out of these at like official Bandai English events out here in the West. If you don't care about that and you're just purely collecting, I like opening up Japanese. That's why I open up Japanese, because I like collecting. So I would just say yes, because this set is going to be insanely priced, I feel like. We got the Empty Throne right there, another one of those, another Inazuma. And we got the Dawn of this set, Gold D. Roger. You can get a Gold Dawn in these boxes. But this Dawn, I think, is very pretty in itself. I can't wait to run this at locals, and then my local friends are like, wow. Oh, and a Vivi. This is a cool Vivi card. Fortunately, the internet on the stream side, not really holding up. Not sure what the issue was. Got to figure that out, but still got some packs to open in this. So appreciate everybody that's kind of stuck around of both the VOD highlight, but also in this opening as we get a Monkey D Garp right there. Still in the first box too. So unfortunately, kind of a weird cutoff, but that's just how it is sometimes, you know, especially with technology getting back into the swing of things, as this pack is not, I guess I could just open it from the tear right here. Hopefully, still looking for alternates, potentially a second hit in this box, and still looking for SRs in general. We only have one SR in total in this box so far, so still plenty of potential to hit. And oh, right there. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so unfortunate for everybody who was there for the live stream. Oh no, it is Secret Rare SP Sabo. Oh my goodness, this card is gorgeous. I'm a huge sucker for black and gold, and so this just scratches that itch. Look at that guy. 8 cost, 9,000 power. This is not the secret rare that's in OP13. This is the one from OP07 that allows you to KO different characters on the field, a 5 cost and a 3 cost. So it's a reprinted Sabo secret rare SP, but still gorgeous as well. Like, look at that design on the bottom in this, and then just with himself behind, kind of keeping that theme that they introduced in OP12 with the SPs, but going a little bit higher than that, where they also add the character right here on the side. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm sorry for everyone who tuned in to the live stream and missed out on this guy. This is a sick one to add to the collection. Absolutely love that. And that's 2 hits in this box, so probably not going to get anything big outside of that. I don't actually know if you can get the Gold Dawn still or not. I think the Gold Dawn would replace the regular Dawn in the box. I'm trying to remember Kai's live stream when he pulled the Gold Dawn. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen that, but gonna try to fly through these a little bit faster now. We got Shanks right here. Shanks, nice for the Roger Pirates, right? A nice little top 5 searcher, especially if you're going first in the game. Is a very nice rare for that deck. Kind of helps round out the whole Roger deck if you haven't seen it already. We will have OP13 content on the channel here in the near future. I'm gonna start it out by making some meta prediction videos before the first major tournament in Japan, as well as trying to show you guys some decks of builds in OP13, right? Not just of the new decks that are introduced, but maybe some of the other decks like Uta, right? Uta getting a ton of film cards in here. But behind here, we've got the man himself, the Gold D Roger. This is a 10-drop SR, and surprisingly, I've seen a good amount of decks not play this card. This is a nice card, right? Being able to give your leader plus 2,000 power, right? So at the 10 Dawn turn, essentially, you can give your Gold D Roger 9,000 power as a leader. Is very, very nice, right? We've seen in the game with cards like Black Hill Luffy how valuable a 9,000 power leader can be. And so it's going to be really, really nice in the format potentially if he can use that option in games, because I don't think he does right now. Actually, I think the format just doesn't really fit around that card at this point. We could see it in the future. We got a Nekomamushi 2K right here. Nice little guy. And another SR. This is a nice Yamato. 5 cost, 6,000 power land of Wano. Works very well with red blue. Ace down there. I believe it's if you have 3 life or less, draw 2 cards and then give Arrested Dawn to your leader. So very obviously, with Ace being a 6,000 power 3 life leader with a Dawn ×1 leader effect works very, very well for him, and especially with 1k counter is such a cool spot to be able to utilize within the deck. I know a lot of people very excited, including myself, to see how Red Blue Ace kind of fares in the format, right? Because the talk of the town, I feel like a lot of times, is the Emu, the Goldie Roger, right? This deck maybe not getting the same amount of hype. So I believe we should be out of SRs now since we got 2 hits within that box. We got a nice Helmeppo, a Film Navy type card, but we've got this rare right here. This is Gum Gum Donisutanpu. I don't know what that means actually, as I don't know all the attack names, especially because I think this is a Gear 5 attack. Yeah, it looks like that's Gear 5 Luffy up there. I don't know what this attack is. I'm not even close yet. I honestly, in the anime, haven't even seen Gear 2. Actually, I know it's coming. I'm in Water 7, but just haven't seen it yet. I know it's happening sometime in there, but I just don't know exactly when. So should be just rares for the rest of this box, but we do have one more box to go, as we got Tom, we got Morgan, and we've got a 1-drop event. I believe this is 1-drop unblockable. Rest 1 more additional Dawn on top of that, and you give, I believe it's, I can't remember if this is just giving a general character or leader unblockable, or just saying maybe that one of your opponent's characters cannot activate blocker in the turn. It might actually be that. Just another kind of unblockable or like way to get past blockers event coming into the game. It feels like a lot of colors, in my opinion, especially in the last couple sets, are starting to get those, right? It's more regularly being introduced within the game. And I find that to be very interesting, I think. Oh, we haven't seen this guy yet. We haven't seen Pythagoras. I like this card. I think this is a really cool illustration on that vanilla guy. And we got Vista. This Vista, I believe, has a double attack on this 6-cost 8,000 power character. And then I believe if it were to be KO'd by an effect, you can trash a Whitebeard pirate character from your hand instead to save him once per turn. Great card in blue red ace, right? A nice sticky 8,000 power body on the field can just help in so many different matchups, in my opinion, and just be a great body to have there. So 2 more packs to go within this box. Probably not too much left in here. We got a koala that's very, very nice in black red ace. We're missing 2 leaders. We're missing the Luffy leader and the Ace leader, so maybe we'll get it in these last couple packs. I don't think we got it in this one, as we got a nice Buggy, nice 2k able to ramp, but maybe in the next box we'll get it, so then we can have every single leader, because I try, at least in my boxes, to have every single leader, whether that's base rarity or the alternate art preferred, obviously, but just for the aesthetic of the binder, so there's no missing spots, I like to have the base rarity leader. We've got the Cobra right here, and then one of the other elders. This is the elder that is blocker, and on KO draws a card. So we got 3 of the 4 elders, I believe, or 3 of the 5, I'm sorry, 3 of the 5 elders in that box, and that's going to be it for box number 1. Definitely a good one right here, getting an SP and a secret rare. In Japanese boxes, if you do not know, you either get 1 or 2 hits in a box. So anytime that you get a 2-hit box, feels pretty good, to be honest, because you feel like you kind of high rolled in a sense. But let's go off and open the second box now. For those of you that were in the live stream, this is the box on the right. So we'll see if the left or right box, the first or second box, is better in terms of the end pulls. So let's go off. Let's open this up, chat together, to see what we can get. Brand new box, brand new potential in hits. There's plenty of stuff in this set. One of my favorite sets of One Piece that I think has been printed so far within the game. We got Sanji right here, another copy of that. That's 2 of them now in total that I can maybe try out in Uta. I think my Uta deck also is proxied for OP13. I think I tried out some stuff when the Sanji and Zoro were first revealed. So I got to throw some of these cards in that deck. We have not seen a Zoro yet, but we did find the Dawn of this box. So nice to have a second Dawn and another Lilith Searcher right there. But thanks again for joining me on this one. I know this video a little bit unconventional just simply because of the live stream and then the issues that came through the live stream. But as we get that Vivi, nonetheless, thank you. But can't think about that too much now, even though it's really hard not to think about it if you're asking me. We got to open up the next pack. One of the SRs that we didn't hit, the Goro-sen, right? The 5 Elders together. Really wonder if we're going to hit it out of this box. But the first SR that we're going to pull is Uta. So this Uta is an interesting card that I've seen some people potentially play around with in the green Uta deck, right? As a film type card. Plays out on the on KO effect, a 5-cost character from your hand. I believe the best combo for that, if don't get me wrong, where did that guy go, is the Sanji, right? Being able to spit out this guy on the field as a 7,000 power body is nothing to scoff at, in my opinion. So love to get a unique SR as well, something that we didn't pull in our first box, and especially as a collector, I'm just really trying to get one of every card, right? Especially when I open Japanese, whether it's alternates or regulars, love to just open product and just to collect cards in general. So we got another Roger leader right now. So repeat leader, still missing the Luffy and Sabo. We'll see if we get them. And the Elder, this is the Elder with the on KO effect. So now we've got 2 of them, actually. Still a little far from being able to proxy up a Emu deck, in my opinion, because we haven't even gotten the 1-drop Searcher. I don't think we got the 1-drop Searcher from the Celestial Dragons up to this point. So we'll see if we can maybe pull one of her by the end of the video. We got Edison right here, and looks like we got another secret rare within this, but this time it's the Luffy. 6-cost, 7,000 power Luffy. I believe this has double attack on it. Just a very nice card in general. I believe this says that you can restand. It has an on-play effect of that you can restand for Dawn, but then after that, you cannot play a 5-cost or higher. It might be higher or lower, actually. I don't remember off the top of my head. My apologies. I'm kind of flying this blind and trying with memories. But a very, very nice card for red-green Luffy, for green-purple Luffy as well. A lot of decks really just liking this secret rare. It is Fishman Island, Straw Hat Crew, and Supernova, I believe. So could have a lot of different uses, especially with restanding a lot of Dawn. Definitely a nice card to have in this box. And we'll see if the box, just similar to the last one, ends up being 2 hits, right? We did get one that was 2 hits and started off with a secret rare, so would be nice to maybe try to get a second one. So let's go through this pack. We got Sabo here. Now, Sabo, one of the leaders that we did not get. If you have 4 or more life, you are minus 1,000 power. So for the beginning stages of the game, he's actually going to be a 4,000 power leader, which is not that good. But especially when you get to 3 or less life, and then Dawn ×1, if you got an 8-cost or higher on the field, you and all your characters gain 1,000 powers. So you can very quickly in a game become go from a 4,000 power leader to a 6,000 power leader. A lot of people saying this, or a lot of people are saying this is one of the stronger decks within the OP13 format, although semi-linear in a sense, right? Not anything overly complex, but still love to get one of those for the collection to have, maybe proxy up. Unfortunately, can't get a second one to give to my friend Carlos. I know he's a big fan of Sabo, just like I am, especially the red-black Sabos. We played a lot of OP13 red-black Sabo when that deck first came out, and if you kind of see on the wall over here, he signed a red-black Sabo for the wall. And if you ever meet me at events, whether that's like LA regionals or anything like that, or maybe like a local, whether that's Pokemon, One Piece, Gundam, whatever, any event, feel free to give me a signed card to put on the wall over here. But we got to finish this out. We got another Boa in that pack. The Boa, a nice card, right? Especially for potentially boosting up the Boa Hancock deck. I know some people may be trying to revisit that leader every so often. We got another Trafalgar Law right here. So this will actually be nice when I start practicing OP13. Might try to proxy up the green-yellow Law deck, because there are some people that I know that say that this deck might have some legs inside of it. So especially utilizing this card could be a nice option. I really like to see more cards introduced for some of my favorite leaders. And so on to the next pack. Let's see what we got in here. We still got potentially one more hit, but also some SRs to look out for. So we got to make sure that we see it all. We got an Emu in here. That's a repeat leader. Don't mind that. And another one of these 2K elders that make all your characters 7,000 power. And especially with the regular rares, like just having those elders is so nice if you're trying to play the game, especially in Japanese, because you need a whole playset of them. And this set is basically where all the cards are. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. We got a Makino right here, nice Makino 2K, and another Vista to work with in the Ace deck. The Makino's interesting, right? Because compared to the old Makino from, I believe it's OP13, this new Makino that we got earlier gives, I think it's only 2,000 power to a Luffy. So it could be a leader, could be a character, one of the two. And behind here, we got another Shanks right here. I love this illustration of Shanks, by the way. Shanks as a young scallywag, I'll say. This is Studio Vigor Company, I think, that made this art. I don't know many illustrations that they've done, but honestly, it just looks really, really good. Definitely a great Shanks illustration. There's been some people that have made some really good Shanks illustrations. Like, I think Basai made either the alternate art or the regular art 10-drop Shanks within this set. Akira Gawa made one of my favorite Shanks. And there we go. We've got every single leader now. It's Red Green Luffy, this Supernova Straw Hat Crew leader. Red Green, Dawn ×1 on your opponent's turn. If you have 5 or less active Dawn, you can rest 1 Dawn at any point in your turn or on your opponent's attack. And that Dawn is 2,000 power of counter to your Straw Hat Crew leader or characters. Definitely a really interesting deck. I think people are still trying to work around and try to figure out what they like most about this deck in terms of a build for it and a style of play. I think there's a lot of creative things that you can do for this guy. I'm excited to see not only what the Eastern format cooks up with that deck, but also the Western format, right? Because the Western format loves to try unique stuff and tries to also say that they are the ones that created it, right? So it's just going to be a nice deck, I think, that a lot of people latch on to. This pack, we got York, Edison, and another one of the Elders. This is that one that draws one on KO. So did get another one of him. So starting to get repeats on all these Elders. Still don't have the 10-drop in terms of the SR. Still a couple SRs that we can get out of this box. And I feel like we're missing one of the Elders. We got the event, nothing was there. But also, speaking of Bisai and their Shanks, here's the 10-drop himself. This 10-drop is really interesting, right? Because this has an on-play effect of restanding 10 Dawn or all of your Dawn, which is very, very powerful. But in exchange, you cannot play anything at all. Can't play anything from your hand or any events, anything like that. So basically, putting down this guy, restanding all 10 of your Dawn, and being able to utilize that for attacks, especially as a film typing as well. A lot of people playing around with that in the film Uta deck because, well, it's really nice just to establish a 10 cost, 12,000 power body on the field and still be able to do things like leader effect, swing good numbers like 7, 9, etc. So I know a lot of people kind of really curious about that card. We got Atlas right here and that one Elder that does the power swapping almost. Gets the rush and minuses 2,000 on one of your opponent's characters on attack. Definitely one of the cards that I think gives Emu a lot more strength comparatively to the other ones, just simply because that guy right there has the ability to get an attack off in the turn, right, with that rush. Definitely very, very nice for the Emu deck. And behind here, we got the Otama, bane of my existence for banning or getting Nami, the ban hammer. But you know what? It is what it is. I've said multiple times on this channel and in live streams and in person that the Nami ban was inevitable eventually, but just kind of stinks that it wasn't after rotation in a sense. But next pack to go, we got the Helmeppo here. Nice Navy film card. And this is the 0 cost event for the Roger Pirates deck, right? This is either a trash 1 card plus 3,000 power, or if you go ahead and rest 5 Adon, I believe you give a character minus 8,000 power. So it's almost like a divine departure essentially for this deck. Definitely a very nice card that I think some Roger Pirates are working with and trying to play around, and definitely one that I would love to see a really nice alternate art for eventually in like PRB or something like that. I don't think there's an alternate art in this set for it. I don't believe there's like an alternate event. Oh, another Goldie Roger for this SR. So starting to repeat some of the SRs here. Definitely have 2 of those, even though, again, I don't think Goldie Rogers are playing that 10 drop. They might start playing it as like a 1 or a 2 of, but I think I see Goldie Roger decks more often play like 9 drop Newgate. That's a card from OP01 or OP02. It's the 9 cost Edward Newgate. Very, very cool card that I've seen in a lot of decks. We got a couple Celestial Dragons and another S-Snake right there. So coming up on the tail end of this box, 4 packs to go. I think we either have 1 more SR or 1 more secret rare. I'm not sure. It could be or not necessarily a secret rare, but an alternate art, right? Or SP or something like that. I believe that's how it goes. I feel like it's either 4 SRs or 2 hits in a box from the Japanese sets that I've opened. We've got, this is Wapple, right? Wapple right there. And this is the 1 cost event for Sabo. I think this is something along the lines of like -3. If you rest 4 additional Dawn, you can minus 3,000 power something and then KO a 3,000 power or less character. I believe, could be wrong on that, but I do want the alternates of these in Japan. I didn't buy my boxes from Japan, but in Japan, if you buy a certain amount of product, you get a little promo pack that has alternate arts that include the 1 cost events in the set. It's like kind of that style that they're doing with the events where it's like all white and kind of red. They're non-foil, but they look so good. And I wish that I had some, to be honest. I wish I could have, bought my boxes in Japan to get some of those packs, but they'll probably be pretty cheap online, I would assume. We got a Jinbei right here, nice 2K film Jinbei, and the 1 cost green event for Luffy. So we've already got that one. That's a repeat on there. And 2 packs to go, 2 packs left in this opening. I think guaranteed either 1 SR or another hit, one of the 2, holding you to the edge of your seat at the end of this video. What could it be? But thank you so much again for joining me in this. Highly appreciated, as it's buggy. Ooh, so there's an opportunity right now. Either this pack has an SR and a hit, or I'm wrong about what I was talking about just now. So here it goes. Here's the tail. I kind of hope if it's an SR, if it's a base SR, I hope it's the 5 Elders, right? That 10 cost in there. Goro-san, I believe it's called. But if it's an alternate art, there's a variety of cards that I really want. But again, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I super appreciate your support, especially with the troubles of the live stream portion of it. And we'll have plenty of more content here in the coming weeks on the channel. And behind there, looks like we did have one more SR. It is the Three Brothers. Nice little 2K right there, 1-drop. I love this card, by the way. Kind of one of the poster illustrations of the set. Just all 3 of them right there as kids, just having a great time with their drinks. Absolutely love to see it. I will say, though, that between the 2 boxes, I don't think it's a secret that the 2-hit box was better, especially getting one of the beautiful, beautiful SPs in this illustration set. But can't complain about this, especially when I'm fortunate enough to be able to open product. And again, thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure to hit a like on this video, and we'll see you in the future.